Welcome to Nerd Anthology, the podcast where we obsess over cinema, streaming, and every nerd universe in between. From Star Wars to Percy Jackson, we've got hot takes, deep dives, and absolute chaos every single week. And we're here.
We're here. We're a little late, but we're here, everyone. How are ya?
Yes.
How are you doing tonight? Let us know. It's a doozy here.
It was okay. Right off the bat, Visions just, I feel like at times is a little too emotional for me lately.
Yeah, I agree. If y'all don't know, we're talking all things Star Wars Visions Season 3, and this is part 1 where we're doing episodes 1 through 5. So,
Yeah, no, it was a little too emotional for me today, maybe? I don't know.
So emotional. Yes. Every single episode here outside of episode 1, I feel like is emotional, but yeah, let's get right
episode
into
1
it.
did not get me.
No. But let's talk about episode 1. Let's get right into the episode, girl. Y'all probably have already seen the season, so let us know what you feel down below. But episode 1, this is one of the sequels, the Duel Payback. Now, this was done by Studio Kamikaze Duga plus
I am
Anima.
not even going to try. Nope.
I'm going to try. Now, correct me down below, but I'm crying. I did cry, but I'm trying now.
I didn't cry this episode, but
I didn't cry this episode. Yeah, I didn't cry this
the other ones I did.
I didn't cry this episode either, but I did enjoy this episode more than the original episode in season 1. It was much better. The story was really great. Really loved the story.
There was a lot more going on in this one compared to the first version of it.
Yes.
I think they fleshed it out a little bit better than the first one as well.
Yes.
Because if I'm going back to part 2, I had a hard time following along with this particular one. Because I remember they only used really red and yellow as the main colors for the first one. But this one, we've seen some blue. We've seen more yellow coloring. Yeah, it was definitely better.
Yeah, I think the storyline was better. I think this main character, I don't even know his name, but he's a really great character in the sense that I love a Sith that goes back to the light to hunt other Siths down. I love that.
Yes.
It's a great character. And I also love that we get in the season in entirety, we get more species that are actually in Star Wars in this season.
Yeah.
There's so many.
Keep throwing new droids into the mix.
I agree. And this droid, one of the droids in this episode has to be the voice actor that was 3CPO. Y'all know.
No, it had to been.
There's no way it isn't. No way it's not. So I liked the episode. The black and white does weaken the episode for me a little bit.
Yeah, so I think it's a me thing, but I can't do the black and white tones. I can't do the sepia tones. I don't know. They mess with me.
Yeah. And I totally get that. I think this was genuinely, this was my least favorite episode. If we when we get to the other episodes, this was my least favorite.
Again, they kind of did that thing that they did last season where they could have did without order shuffle again, because that was a weak first episode for me.
For me as well. It had good moments. I loved the Twi'lek Sith female that was in the episode. She was a baddie. Her character was really strong. I love the Ewoks. They were the baddie of the episode. Like they
I
were the
love you.
runners. Me too. Me
We don't know. We know that Jordan loves a Ewok.
yes. So do I. And they really came in hard in this episode and actually kind of ran the episode like in all actuality.
They were kind of slaying with the battles. I
Yeah.
was like, these little bears are kind of better than the Sith.
Yeah, and they were also not even doing that, but they also were healing our characters. Healing our characters,
Right.
fixing the droid. There was a lot going on that they did. I think they were the moment of the episode, but
Was it on
overall,
Endor? Like,
I
do
don't
they
know.
tend to stay on Endor?
I have zero idea, but I don't think it's
Because that's
announced.
the only planet think I've seen them in.
It very well could be. It probably is, but it's never stated, so we don't genuinely know. However, it's just this episode kind of it is what it is.
I want to see more of the Sith lady,
Me
Twilight.
too. Me too. And I'm really curious if her design was based on or inspired by Darth Talon, who is a Twilight Sith in canon. So I'm curious. She was a great character though. But honestly, this one started off the season kind of rocky for me because it was the least engaging in my opinion, but I think that's due to the black and white styling of it.
No, that's 100%. Like, that's my main issue with the styling.
Right.
I think had they not stylized it in black and white, I think it may have kept my interest a little bit more.
Right. I agree. So overall, my thought on this episode is it's better than the original. Really glad they gave it a sequel. But
It
if they give
deserved
it
a
a
sequel.
yes, it did. But if it gets another one, can we add a little color?
A little more. I know they gave us a little bit of blue. They
Mm-hmm.
were also giving us that like white tone of like the pure lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I could have used a little
More color. Yeah, me too. The last thing I want to say about this episode, because it's not that like great, I guess, but the robot Jedi thing is creepy as hell. Creepy as hell.
I was oof,
Like,
no.
are we really? Are it did
It was
the
kind of
okay?
nightmare fuel.
It was because my question for everyone, and let us know, did you guys feel that the robot killed the Jedi and then just wore his face, or did the Jedi die and then someone recreated him in a robot? I don't know what the vibe is, but either way, it's creepy.
I didn't like it.
I don't like it either. It's so creepy and
It's
weird.
giving horror movie.
Oh, 100%. I hated that. Hated
Like
the Jedi
Texas Chainsaw
situation.
Massacre, but make it Star Wars.
Yes, very that. I fully agree with you there. I don't like it. That part was weird, but
But I also
okay
like. I
episode.
also love seeing the little Boba Frick people, the
Mhm.
Assylians or Assailan.
Yeah.
I can always
Yeah.
do with more of them.
I get that. Yeah, that character was funny, and I do like how we got like a crew kind of similar to like the Star Wars crew. We got like a Wookiee, like, and we got like a lot of characters that are similar to what we have seen in Star Wars with crews that we have seen. So it was cute. I think it was well done in the sense that the story is really great, the characters are really great. I just want more color.
For color.
Yeah. But yeah, episode 1 pretty good. Now episode 2, I loved this episode. The song for The Song of Four Wings by the studio Project Studio Q. Really great. I loved this episode. I loved the colors. I loved everything about this episode. I adored this episode.
Yes, this episode was one of the stronger ones in the first 5
I
for
agree.
me.
I agree. Top 2.
And it honestly could have maybe even been the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they're doing with like the overall pacing with like the how they're putting them in order. Maybe if there is a season 4, maybe look into your placement a little bit more.
Yeah. I think the placement of this season was weird. I don't think the first episode should have been the first episode. I only truly think it was the first episode because its original episode was the first episode. I think that's the only reason.
That makes sense, but
But
choices
when it
were not made.
no,
Correctly.
not at all. Not at all. But with episode 2, episode 2 rather, I want to say whoop ass really bad, but whoopas is cute. Whoopas is cute AF. I love
Yeah.
this, the little creature, like little alien creature. I don't know what species this is. They just made it up, but Whoopas is cute and such an adorable character. I really loved this character.
That's a little robot guy.
No. That's episode 3. Whoopas is the little guy with the ears, the long ears.
Okay.
Episode 2. That
Yeah.
is force sensitive. That we see at the end. Yeah, Whoopas is cute. I really enjoyed that. I just love this episode's coloration. I love the style of the animation. I really liked the AT fight when they were blowing up the AT-ATs. I really loved that scene. And yeah, Whoopas is a baddie. Not only did Whoopas take out one of the AT-ATs by itself, but also helped them when they were like having their armor misfunction, like
Situation.
situation. Very great. I loved this episode. I think this episode was very heartfelt. We don't only see the main character, I don't remember her name right now, but she also was a victim to like total annihilation of her town, and it was just her and her mother at the end, and her mother told her to run away, and then she did and survived, and she saved Whoopas by doing basically the same thing in a heartfelt way. Like she was like, "Come with me, let's go, you're safe," kind of vibes, and I love that. It's so good. So very good. This episode was one of my favorites, in my top 2 for real. For real.
I'm trying to think. One of my main issues with Visions as a whole is everything is a different story, and like I had said to you, you get distracted, and I don't remember everything. Like it doesn't stick in my brain like a longer show would.
Yeah, this series is hard to watch, especially if you're energy or you're not someone that's super hyper focused on something, it is hard to watch.
And that's why like when we go back and like review them, I'm always like bits and pieces I pick up at times, but I don't remember.
Yeah,
Every
that's
single
exactly
detail.
that's me too. It's very hard to do in this series when they're short episodes, they're quick. It's always like if you look away for a minute, if you look at your phone for a second, it's over.
And I'm someone that's like, I multitask when I'm doing things.
Me too.
And this is hard for me to multitask.
Yeah, I can't. I can't. I was playing my Switch too last night, trying to watch the episodes. Nope, nope,
I
nope, nope,
haven't even
nope.
picked up my Switch 2 in like weeks.
Oh, I'm picking mine up after the episode. Just saying.
Come on, Pokemon.
Yep, yeah, and she knows, and she knows. But yes, why yes,
We're getting a Pokemon theme park attraction
we are,
situation
we are.
arriving at Universal Japan, but it is coming over to the US parks as well.
Mm-hmm. That. Mm-hmm. And is
Universal is doing big things with theme parks right now.
and is
They're really using their
super
connection with
exciting.
Nintendo.
Super exciting. We love it. But yes, episode 2. Very good. Very great. I love the characters. I love the story.
Is this the one where it was like an X-wing backpack?
No, this is the one where the girlie had her droid that was like a music droid. You're talking about the one next, episode 3.
Episode 3
right
apparently stuck.
let's get right into it. This is the ninth Jedi, Child of Hope, which is another sequel from season 1, I believe, or maybe season 2. I don't remember. I don't
feel like it
remember.
may have been last season.
Okay.
But nonetheless, it is definitely a sequel.
Yes, and it's done by Production IG, and it's a good episode as well. I really like this episode.
Sometimes, like, I wonder why people decide to do the things that they do.
Yes. Well, yes.
Like,
our main girlie is.
Why are we going into space with a backpack, not an actual ship?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But I did like the fact that we got these characters again that we see. We see our main girlie who was struggling in the first episode because she was tricked into coming to a group of Sith. And then we see her struggling again here. Like, it's very similar, but what is so good about this episode for me is the heartfelt moments that she had with Tato. Tato's a great character. I love Tato.
Tato, love.
Love.
And that was the character name that like stayed with me. Mm-hmm. Like you say Tato, and I'm like, I know who that is.
Yeah, same here. 100% same. Like, if you name any other character in any of these other episodes, I'm not going to know who that is other than Tato.
Just like I would have loved to have known the name of the Sith lady from episode 1.
Me too, but I don't think it's even said.
No, I know, but like, I feel weird calling her Sith lady.
Yeah, she's an icon. She's a baddie.
But that I would like more names when it comes into like Visions episodes, because I think those things are what help like retain the information.
Right. I agree. And yeah, I don't know. This episode particularly was sad for me. I didn't cry, but I didn't cry
this episode, but I cried 4 and 5.
Yeah, 4 and 5 are sad. Sad enough to This one I almost was there because, as we know, there are hunters hunting our main female character here in this episode. I forget her name, but she's being hunted for being force sensitive. And
names, I'm telling you.
Yeah, for real. But Tato in this episode lost his master hundreds of years ago, 100 years ago plus. And his master has passed away. And Tato himself just sacrificing himself at the end of the episode for our main hero was beautiful.
It was
It
beautiful. It was also sad.
it was beautiful and sad, and I'm getting emotional thinking about it because he Tato was the only droid and survivor left of this ship. All the droids are gone. His master's gone. Everyone's gone but Tato. Tato has literally been by himself for so long. And then he finds this girly for like not even a day. I don't even think they've been together, if I'm honest.
I don't think so.
And then he sacrifices himself to save her was so stunningly beautiful. And I did like the style of this episode. I did like the animation. I liked the story. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was one of the more standout episodes for me in this
Mm.
batch of
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah.
I had mentioned prior to going before we went even live, I was like, Visions uses a lot of grief.
Hmm.
As, like, I don't think I noticed it as much in like the live actions or whatever, but it's definitely a key framing of almost everything that we see in Star Wars.
Yeah. Yeah. And I agree. I think every episode so far in this season, particularly,
Yeah.
outside of episode 1 for me, there's a lot of grief in all of the other episodes.
All of it.
I don't see the grief in episode 1. Now, I guess you can say that the droid Jedi who lost its life or killed someone and revamped themselves as it could be grief, but
It
it didn't
wasn't,
hit me. It didn't hit me.
it didn't like make you
Yeah.
feel something.
Yeah.
I guess like if episode 1 did have grief, it wasn't as impactful.
Hmm.
I don't know if that's because of the lack of color or what. But if that was a central theme, then it wasn't something that like hit me in the chest.
Right. And I agree with you there. Like, it didn't hit me either. Now, viewers, if it hit you, or what did you think the grief was from episode 1, please let us know because I would love to hear what your thought is.
Yes, because I do not know.
I don't know either, but every other episode, particularly speaking back to episode 3, Tato passing away and protecting our female hero who then gets reunited with her friends was like so iconically beautiful, like stunning. Like I should have been crying, but I think I was so in awe at the fact that Tato just did that I wasn't crying. A
The
beautiful episode
sacrifice of it
overall.
all.
Yeah, beautiful episode. Literally loved it. I think the story was great. I think this sequel is so good. Such a needed one.
Yeah, it was a strong sequel.
Hmm.
Like it seems to me like they're the way they choose to make their sequels
Hmm.
is how what the first version of it went over.
Yeah. Yeah.
If that
I
makes sense.
I think this continuation is such a good one because it literally like kind of kicks like the beginning of this episode kind of kicks off not too much further from the first original episode. Like it's still on track. Like I could see us even
They
getting a
seem
third.
close.
Yeah, I think we could even see a third episode of this
With the girl
storyline.
that
Mhm.
Tato sacrifices himself for.
Yeah, I could see us getting a third episode of this story. I
And you know
could.
what? I wouldn't be mad.
I wouldn't be mad either because I do want her to find her dad or get closure.
Oh my god. The finding parents. The parents
Yeah.
of it all.
Oh my god, the parents of it all is bad.
That was
And that's episode 3, 4, and 5 are all parent missing. There's lack of parents. So it's a lot.
there's a lot of orphans in Star Wars.
Yeah, yeah. Let's get right into episode 4. Let's get right into it because this one is crazy to me. The Bounty Hunters by Studio WIT Studio or WIT Studio. This
Sounds
episode
accurate.
is my favorite. I love this episode a lot.
So for me, I would say that episode 5 was more of my favorite out of the,
Fair.
but I also felt like this was a really strong episode.
Yeah.
So
I feel like okay, so for me, I'm just gonna say that I think this episode 4 had me from the jump to the end. However, episode 5 had me not so connected at the beginning. The middle was kind of there,
so
and then the end had me.
the beginning with 5 was a little slow.
Hmm.
Like it took us a minute to get to the point
Hmm.
where I would have preferred a little more better pacing. But yeah, I can see why you didn't get the beginning.
Yeah. It just wasn't for me. Whereas episode 4 here, we get beautiful, like the coloration of the studio is beautiful. I love the colors they used. I love the droid as well in this episode. He's funny. He's witty. Like I love the droid in this episode as well.
We
Like
all know Jordan loves a sassy droid.
yes, and this one is sassy. Is sassy. Like girl.
Give me my favorite war criminal all the time.
It was so good. I also love the character development in our main character. She went from being a bounty hunter to being like very empathetic about things. Like I clocked the fact that these kids were not there on their own accord immediately from this scumbag man who was using orphan children as slaves. Awful. Disgusting.
That's another topic that's covered a lot in Star Wars slavery,
It is because it's very bad. And I
which
clocked it immediately. Clocked
I'm
that
not a
shit.
fan of.
No, we're not a fan of that. And we're definitely I knew it immediately when our hero or heroine and her droid were in the room with this man and they were discussing like the plan. And then a Twi'lek comes in, a Twi'lek child comes in. I knew immediately slavery because Twi'lek individuals are like the most enslaved species in the
I believe,
series
yeah.
in the world that we know in Star Wars from what I have seen. So I knew immediately. I was like, well, damn. Lying his ass off to this bounty hunter to get her to do his
They
dirty
kind of
work.
bully Twi'leks a lot.
Hmm. Yeah, they do.
I don't
Twi'leks
even
are
know.
so treated like poop in this universe. They're so treated poorly. But we see a lot of species we've already seen in this episode, which I love too.
That was one thing I appreciated with season 3 of Visions.
Hmm.
The whole species that we don't get to see enough of really, they used a lot of Twi'leks in the 1 through 5. Like I haven't watched 6, 7, 8, and 9 yet,
Right.
but 1
Well,
through
yeah.
5 there were quite a few Twi'leks.
Yeah, we get Twi'leks, we get Togrugas, we get
Ewoks.
Ewoks, we get Jawas, we get
Oh, I love a
the
Jawa.
species that Cathisto is in this episode. We get that species also. We get other species too. I think we even get Darth Maul's species in this episode too, if I remember correctly. One
Now
of
that is
the
the show. I am angry. I am ready.
yeah,
Give me the give me Shadow Lord.
I'm ready too. Yes, and is. But yeah, we're gonna cover that, y'all. Don't fret. We're gonna cover it. But
Ooh, I am excited. The trailer, perfect. Also,
yes.
I love that Sam is voicing him again.
Oh, yes. Why yes. Why
I
yes.
like consistency.
Yes. Yes.
Speaking of the Clone Wars, it is actually Ahsoka Tano Day.
It is. Yes, it is. Come on, Ahsoka Tano Day. Ooh, I can't speak today.
I almost sport the head.
Period. We love
And
Ahsoka Tano here and do.
that's definitely coming, probably, who knows, actually.
It's coming. It's coming though. So
They're not very great at giving us dates.
no. Disney Plus, what up? What's good? But this season of Visions is good. Bounty Hunters was my favorite episode. I just love the story arc of our main character. I love that we
Well,
saw
I love a
characters.
bounty hunter too.
I love that we actually succeeded in saving the children as well. By the droid
Save
is an
more
icon.
children.
The droid fucking was eating it up. Sorry for my language, but eating it up.
Iconic droid behavior.
So good. Amazing episode. Loved it. It did make me tear up a little bit with the sisters, the Twilight sisters. But it was such a good
I
episode.
can't with the amount. I hope part 2 isn't as heavy.
Yeah. Yeah, let's get right into emotion. Let's get right into it with Yuko's Treasure. Yuko's Treasure by Studio Kinema Citrus Company. I don't know if I said that right, but Yuko's Treasure. Let's get right into it.
I can't with the Japanese names of it all.
No, me either. Me either, sis.
So Yuko, and what the hell was the bear's name?
Billy.
That was a droid we've never seen before. I don't think I've seen.
I didn't love the bear droid, but I get it, I guess.
Okay, the bear droid kind of reminded me of Baymax.
Yes. Baymax, or if you're a Pokemon fan, Beware also, if you're a Pokemon fan, was giving me that vibe. But I didn't love the bear droid. I didn't love it.
Why did it have to have like a microwave in it?
Yeah. That was weird. That was weird.
Weird placing.
It was weird.
How can a droid raise a child?
And what happened to Yuko's parents? We don't even know Yuko really doesn't have parents until the end.
Right.
So, like, what happened? Why are Star Wars parents non-existent? That gives Disney though. There's always a parent missing in Disney films.
There's a parent or a child.
Mm-hmm.
There's always, it's like a central theme.
Literally.
But maybe, so my thought is this is one I could do for a sequel with. If not a sequel, a prequel.
I would be down.
And I say prequel because I would like to know what exactly happened to the parents.
Me too. 100% I agree. Fully agree. I think a prequel for this one would be beneficial more so than a sequel.
I say sequel because with the way it ended, it's giving possibility for something new.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe they go on an adventure.
Mm-hmm. I fully agree with that as well.
Because I don't think the other kid was, but he was giving force sensitivity for me.
His name's Sola.
Yeah.
And I really liked Sola as a character. I think Sola also is an orphan.
That's what I mean, because like his parents, we found out in the episode, were also missing.
Yeah, and This episode made
He
me
was
cry
giving Big
because of
Brother
Yuka.
vibes.
Yeah, and I think that's what it was giving, which made me cry at the end, y'all. We're going straight to the end. Yuko rather, like telling uh Sola that he's now part of his family.
Yes.
I was bawling my eyes out, crying like a baby. If you were also crying, let us know because it was sad.
And then the other thing that I found interesting was it seemed like the bear droid knew Yuko's family
No, yeah,
and ignored it.
the bear droid I'm pretty confident Yuko's parents created because they knew they were probably not going to make it. Like Yuka, like Billy's uh existence in
It
general was giving purposeful.
I mean, I think droids are supposed to be,
Yeah,
but it was kind of giving like his parents were droid makers
maybe.
because he also had that triangle droid. And
Yeah,
then when they went down into that cave, there were millions of the little triangle droids.
yeah. And you know what? That would make sense because when we
That's
find
what
out what
they hide the
yeah,
ship.
right, in which I'm saying like would make sense that they were droid makers because how Yuko's treasure we find out is a ship, but how would his parents have the money and funds for that? Because it's a full starship, like full fledged, ready to go.
Beautiful ship.
Yeah, had to cost a lot of credits. So I don't that would make sense. Your theory of the droid maker makes sense because droids probably are not cheap either.
I don't imagine they would be.
No,
How
not at all.
expensive would a droid be though? Because like Ray is barely surviving and she has BB-8.
That's true. But did she
Maybe
pay
they're
for BB-8?
true.
So in that regard, you're right. But I also don't know if does everyone pay for their droids? Like, you know what I mean?
Did she make the droid?
Maybe,
Because
possibly.
she seemed like Ray was what was I gonna say? Ray salvaged junk basically, didn't she?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe you're onto something, low key.
So maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know. I am curious what the cost for a droid would be.
right. Same here.
Like, is it based off of materials?
Could be. But if we look at Billy's design, he's like a battle droid, basically. So
Battle slash,
protection,
yeah.
which can't be
But
cheap.
the other thing that makes the situation interesting, which is the guys thought the parents had a treasure, like those pirate people or whatever.
Yeah,
So I'm getting the impression they may have been the reason his parents are dead.
possibly. Possibly. And you know what? The pirate slash whatever characters they were kind of
I
cute.
wasn't really sure what he was.
They were cute. This episode gave me like Studio Ghibli vibes
Yeah,
in the like story, the characters, the animation style in general. Um, but yeah, I don't really know. It's a lot. Now I'm like getting more questions about this episode than I thought I had.
that's
I
what I
don't
mean.
know.
Like, the more I thought about it as I was watching, I was like, what else is going on here?
Right. Right. And I love that the in the locked room was a single credit of some kind.
Yeah,
It was,
those,
which is wild because they spent all the credits on the ship. I'm assuming was the nod to that.
I think so. And I
And this,
think it was to also hide the treasures.
yes,
Because I got the impression that the cave where like the ship was and all like the stuff from his childhood, it was giving first home on the planet.
Yeah, I agree. Also, can we just talk about how the salamander animal creature
It,
was
I
terrifying?
I think it was a Rancor
Was it really?
because they're on Tatooine.
Oh, true. It didn't give me
Because
Rancor, but you're probably right.
because the bigger brother type child, he was like, we're not going towards Mos Eisley.
Hmm.
So that was kind of how I knew that they were like on,
Got you.
and that looked like, I thought Rancor like animals are in caves like that. So
Mhm.
that was also why I was kind of like,
It
maybe.
That's interesting. Well, it didn't give me Rancor. It gave me Salamander AF, but you're probably very right there.
It felt like a mix of like Rancor and Salamander
Yeah, I totally see that.
because I think it had like 8 legs.
It had a lot of legs.
And that was kind of making me feel uneasy.
Yes, me too.
The teeth, whatever, doesn't matter. The way it was moving, no, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
I don't think so.
No, ma'am. But it kind of took out all of our protagonists. Like they all kind of are antagonists, rather.
Well, it did and it didn't because basically it knocked all those dumbass people into the pit.
They had to have died, though. There's no way.
There's
There's no way they
there's
survived.
there's no way they survive.
No way.
But
I don't even know what were those little things anyway. They were like
they were kind of
octopus.
giving SpongeBob character.
Yeah, I don't know what those were. It was weird.
And where did they come from?
Literally, where did they come from? Literally, I I have no idea. But
But I think like that the main villain or whatever they were, I think they may be the reasons for his parents being dead.
probably I could
Because
see that.
they seem to think there was treasure
Right.
and they somehow knew the kid's name.
That's true.
Maybe a deal went badly.
Possibly. Possibly.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Tatooine is a planet that is just full of so much crime. Like, I don't think it's a planet I would want to live on.
Oh, absolutely not. No. Why no?
And they use it a lot.
And
Like,
they do.
Visions has used Tatooine quite a bit. Which
They
is,
have. They have. Which it's staple planet, so it makes
it is a
sense.
staple planet, but I need more planets.
Yeah. I could be down for more planets also.
Just because I like the planets that we don't get to see. I like
Right.
seeing the other things that are out there.
Right. Right. I would agree with that. I would agree with that. But overall the episode was good. The ending was my favorite. We get that heartfelt
It was a
moment.
mess.
The colors were beautiful. It was a beautifully styled and animated episode.
I think that might be why they use Tatooine quite a bit. It's because of like the sand and the yellows and
Yeah.
all of that. That really like pops on screen.
Yeah. Yeah. I could see that too. That might be a good reason for an animated episode to be on the planet. I could see that.
Because I think it was last season, but they like had that rock concert.
Yeah, it was last season.
And I think we're going to be, I feel like we're going to end up on Tatooine again during the Mando movie,
Possibly.
which also comes out very, very soon.
And we're very excited for it and are
I'm going opening day.
and R.
Give me that
But
Grogu.
literally, we'll stay tuned for that, y'all. We'll get into that when it happens. But what would you say your order was? Now that we've talked about all the episodes, what would your order from best to least favorite for you is out of these?
For me, least would be what was
The first episode?
episode 1. Yeah.
Yeah, the Duel Payback. Got you.
Maybe I would go 4, 4, 5, 3,
Mm-hmm.
and then episode 2 would be
Your favorite?
yeah.
Okay, period. For me, it would be the Duel Payback as the least. Then
Yeah, no.
above
Ugh.
that, I would say above that would be Yuko's Treasure, even though the end was great, but I wasn't really locked in the rest of the time. Above that would be the Ninth Jedi, Child of Hope. And then above that would be episode 2, The Song of Four Winds, and then Bounty Hunters as my favorite episode of these 5.
Makes sense.
I think these overall thought of all 5 episodes, very good start to the season. I love that we
Yeah.
get 2 sequels, basically probably in the very same position that their original episodes were in. Love that.
That
I
is interesting.
I think that's exactly. I think it is true. Now, the Ninth Jedi, I don't know if it was episode 3 originally, but I know the Duel was. It was
I
episode
do
1.
recall, because I do recall Duel being one of the first episodes I watched, and
It was episode 1 of season 1. Yep.
I was like,
But yes,
I
overall, really
like
great.
color.
Yeah, me too.
Non-color, just I don't know. It's not a me thing.
Right. I can
Like
understand.
I've tried to watch Wizard of Oz again recently, and I was like, oh my god, not the sepia tone. I just can't.
I get it. I get it. I totally do. But what was y'all's favorite episode? Let us know down below for the first 5 episodes.
Give us your order.
Yes, give us your order, please. And do we have anything else to say about the 5 episodes?
I hope the next batch isn't so depressing.
Me too. I want something happy.
I want some light.
Yeah.
Some happiness.
Right.
Because no ma'am.
Yeah, no ma'am at all. But I agree with you fully. I hope the next 4 episodes next week, y'all, Thursday, same time, 6 Eastern. I hope rather that because neither of us have watched the episodes, y'all. Neither of us here have watched the 4 episodes yet. But I hope we get some light. I hope we get some happy ending in at least one episode, but I would agree with you fully.
I need a little bit less depression.
Me as well. Less depressed equals very nice.
Even if you give me one happy episode.
Yeah. Just one. That's all we're asking here.
Because I recall not everything was doom and gloom in previous seasons.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I really hope that as well. But we will see next week, y'all. But I think that wraps up this episode. So thank you all so much for watching this episode of Nerd Anthology. We will be back next week, same time, for part 2 of Vision Season 3, episodes 6 through 9. And, well, yes, if you liked what you saw today, like and subscribe down below and look at that Linktree link down there for our other socials where you'll get our TikTok or Instagram. Please that and follow our other socials. Well, click that and follow our other socials. Sorry. But thank you all so much. We will see you next week. Bye.